Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Irwin number 30510 left-hand mechanics length cobalt high-speed steel drill bit, 5/32 of an inch. This is a package of 6. They're priced per drill bit, but they're sold in multiples of 6. So please do order in multiples of 6 because the factory doesn't break these envelopes open. And here's what it looks like. This is going to be a left-hand spiral, okay? Left-hand spiral is what this is going to be. The reason for using a left-hand spiral is because a lot of people will use a drill bit like this so as to loosen a screw without an extractor, is the bottom line. This is what's called a mechanics length. This will be a little bit shorter than a jobber's, certainly shorter than an aircraft, longer than a machine length. That's all defined in the product catalog, which we'll get to. This is a cobalt, 8% cobalt drill bit. I know enough about the science, the material science of drill bits as it relates to what you're drilling into, as it relates to RPM, to know that you need, if you're doing specialty work, you need to have determined or study the right drill bit size for what you're drilling into and at what speed you'll be drilling into. I've studied how the approach is taken to working with safes and servicing a client's safe, meaning sometimes you have to drill a hole into it to be able to manipulate the lock so that you can open the door and then, of course, mitigate the original problem, fix the damage done to the door. And that's all very much detailed, and there's lots of, I would imagine there's a lot of available literature on determining that. My available literature came from the perspective of a locksmith's approach to it. Why you would be using a cobalt, I don't know. You're obviously doing something specially. I find that a black oxide bit works for most of what I do, but I'm not drilling into exotic material as a rule. I do like cobalt, and I will use a cobalt bit when I have a moderate RPM and I'm drilling through some material that I need to drill it accurately, and I only get one chance at it. I don't want to have, a lower caliber bit give me a problem drilling through thicker material. But I'll also use this cobalt bit because of its 135-degree point. I like the flatter point rather than the 118 degree because as I'm progressing through the workpiece, as I exit through, I've got less of the material thickness left, so as to cause a seize on the material. So I'll use it for that sort of application. This is a 5/32 of an inch size. There's a link called the reference guide, and on that last page of the reference guide is really an RPM reference sheet. What sort of speed should you be drilling through different material? And even that formula that's there is a formula that you'll certainly bump into should you need to investigate deeper into what should I be using to drill based on what I'm drilling into and at what speed should I be doing this. There's then a link to the product brochure, and that's probably more helpful. At least it is to me. You can pull up the product brochure, perform a find function on your keyboard for 30510, and you'll find the table where this bit can be located along with its other sister sizes and their part numbers. And then, of course, all of the bits by Irwin. I'm a fan of Irwin. It's not because I'm a distributor, but because I use the material personally, and I can attest to the high performance of much of the product line. It's a good product is just the bottom line. Much of it is. Okay. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Irwin products, about 2 9/16 overall length, where you can pull up not only all of the Irwin products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. Any questions on the Irwin? This is their part number 30510, 5/32 of an inch cobalt drill bit, or any other Irwin product. Please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.